Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. I hope everybody is doing well and welcome. Today I'm gonna attempt to sew in 3 signatures into the journal cover. Even though it's not completed, that's okay. We are going to try. We're gonna do it. But before I get started, I need to make sure I have all my stuff. So here's some pages that I pulled from the signatures. I thought I want to decorate and have so much fun, so I need to downsize my signatures. I was like, pardon me, I'm slurring my words. I was like, I'm all in. I just want to throw everything in there, and I forgot that I can still do that, but I can make other parts. They don't all have to be a page in the signature. So I pulled them all out. Not all. I pulled them all apart, reset my signatures, and then on the pages, I need to set the pages up still. You can do that with me. Boring, I know, but we're gonna do it together. And I've got them down to 15 pages each. There's and you'll see, I'll show you those when we get to sewing those in there. I got my all my stitchery stuff here, and then I found this when I was looking. I thought, oh, maybe I like to use something a little bit vintage. It's nice and curved and ready to mess me up in all kinds of ways, but that's okay. Look, it's today. Well, when you see this, it'll be past this, but today was the day we moved into September, and this was on my calendar, and I thought, oh, it's perfect. I'm gonna bring it down here and I'm gonna put it in my book. So I won't read it. Well, I guess I'm gonna read it because I haven't even fully read it. It says, September, this month I focus on creativity. I feel good expressing myself in all sorts of creative ways, and ideas come to me easily and effortlessly. Hallelujah. I am willing to learn new things. I keep my mind active and alive by exploring new frontiers. Learning keeps me mentally strong. I am never too old for anything I want to do. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a story. I am always the perfect age for where I am in life. I am forever supported by the universe, and I am unlimited in my potential. And you can change the word universe to whatever makes your heart happy. Anyhow, that's what I do. So I love this so much. So it has to go in my book, and I love it's all fall leaves. It's so pretty. Anyhow, funny story is I do want to do something different. Maybe I already told you guys. Did I tell you already that I want to tap dance? I want to try. So I don't know. I'm debating. I think I told you. I'm not going to tell you again. If I didn't tell you that story, go ahead and let me know in the comments. And I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. All right, so onwards and upwards. Oh, what am I doing, you ask? I went ahead and I know that my little, what is this called right here? The spine of the journal, junk journal, the Junky Junk Journal. It's 3/4 of an inch. So I took some of my scrap paper over there in my stash, and I cut it down just right under that so that it fits in there. Just fits in there. I think maybe it might actually be at 3/4 of an inch. So what I'm gonna do, and it measures the top to the bottom, I'm gonna fold it in half. And then I'm going to, then from there, I'll know where my middle signature is going, and then I can measure for the other two. That's how I'm gonna do it. I haven't done this in such a long time. So we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Let's do it together. Why not? It's either gonna make it or not make it. The good news is I can always remake a cover. It's just a bag. And no matter how I terrorize this bag, I can still incorporate parts of it into the journal. So there's no losers here. It's all winners. It's just a winners, 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 and winners. Okay, come on. I apparently have a hard time folding this long, skinny piece of paper. It might have been a lot easier if I would have just like put it on my little scoreboard and scored it, but I did not. I don't want easy. There's no fun in that. Okay, so it's not perfectly in the middle, but it's pretty darn close. I really don't see myself getting it any closer. So I have these dots on my very grungy mat. But I'm gonna use them, but I'm not gonna clean this mat right now. I'm gonna let it stay grungy, which is driving me crazy. Let me tell you, my friends, it is driving me crazy. But every time I scrub it, I scrub away a little bit of the markings. So there is that. And I have a glass mat. It's not as big as this mat, but I don't know. And I know everyone tells me when I throw things down that I'm not as loud as I think I am. So I'm wondering if it's just me, if I'm very sensitive to all the noise. But I know when I work on my glass mat, it hurts my ears when I hit things hard. So I'm having those. Oh, wait a minute. You said a ruler? Oh, this is so tiny. I probably need to tape this down. I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm getting too crazy. So anyways, here's the middle. It's the crease. It's right here in this dot right here. And this measures the length of my book. My signatures do not measure the full length of my book. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to actually take this all the way up to the square. Let's work smarter, not harder, so that I can take an entire 1.5 inches off. I'm going to come down 1.5 inches. That way I know I'm going to get my whole book, right? So 1.5 inches. So I have these lines right here. So there, we'll do that one for the middle signature. And then we'll do the same thing at the bottom. I'm just going to move my thing. Oh, I should probably put a T. Thank you. Thank you. T, top. I don't want to forget. I don't think it will matter, but it will it will at some point matter. Right now it won't. I just have to remember what I'm doing here. 1.5 inches up on this one. So there we go. And then I can just split I can just fold that in half. Actually, fold that in half. And I could have done that and then folded it in half again to get my other spots. But I'm only going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch because I'm doing 3 of these bad boys. And yeah, that's enough. That's enough for me. So the reason why you would fold it again is because you'd have those crease marks. Duh, Sandra. That's why. Let me just do that anyway since we're doing this. If you did that, then you would fold it up to there. That's how they do it. That's how they teach it. See, I didn't even make it in the right spot. It's supposed to be right there. Maybe it will be a 5-hole. Who knows? I really do like them. I always say that. I'm not going to do it this time. And then what happens? Guess what, guys? I did a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. It just holds it so much better, but this one doesn't have to be held in forever. It can be all like messy. And I got to remember, I got to do this 3 times. It's okay. Which hole do I want? Which hole do I want? I'm going to do the folds. I'm going to go with the folds. There you go. And I already have it upside down. So, okay, so we're going to go with the folded ones. And then I can just put one right there and one right there. And then eyeball it there and eyeball it there. What do you think? I think this is going to work. We'll see. Together forever. You can never leave. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. I'm going to put this here. I know it measures the top to the bottom here. And then I just need to poke those holes right there, right? So let's tape it down for a sec. Let's use my little ghost buddies here. These are so cute, and I cannot remember who sent these to me. I'm sorry, but thank you so much. I love them. Please feel free, if you ever see stuff that you sent me and I did not mention it, it's either because I forgot or I forgot. Somehow, one way or the other, I forgot something. So please mention it. I like to remember and know, and I know everybody else does too. And it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to know. Okay. It's just paper, lady. Just go with the flow here. Let's see. Is this how you do it? Does anybody else do it like this? Am I being crazy? And then I want to stick it down. I need a book to put it down on. I didn't even get my tape straight. Okay. This book is, or sheesh, this bag is not easy to work with. I will say that. Not for my crazy fingers. It's either, I swear it really is. It's either all thumbs or no thumbs. Okay, maybe it's the same thing. I need a pokier tool. I'm gonna do this one, and I'm just gonna, I was looking for a book, but look at, okay, I gotta tape this side down. Tape the other side down, I hear you. Tape the other side down. Quit fighting with it. And then I'm like, why am I using ghosts? They just float. Is that why this is floating up? All right, there. Everybody behave. That's It's not down. That's not even in there straight. It's all right. Let's just do it like this. I don't have a book. Do I have a book? I don't have a book I can damage like this. Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can find one. All right, all my paperback books that I forgot I put them in a big box and I'm donating them. So, but I have a giant stash of Reader's Digest. I'll just use this. I'll just go inside here and use this as what I'm looking for is something that hold this again so I can poke these holes through the bag. You know? So just do that. Get my holes started is all I'm doing. And then this one. This is where I'm struggling. I'm like, do you really want to just do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch? Do you? Yes, you do. Just do it. Okay. Ouch. That hurt. I feel like I'm bending my needle here. I'm pressing too hard. I'm just so rough. All right. I feel it. I feel 3. Okay. Now I'll take this off. And I can use this template to poke the holes in the signatures. But before I do that, no, I don't need this. I want to go in and make my holes a little bit better. But I think that's where I wanted to use the... Okay, I gotta slow down here for a sec. I still need that out there. I may need that out here. The ghosts, as ghosts will do, are causing problems for me. Stop it. Okay. They were just doing their job. All right, now I'm gonna get this guy and just find all my little holes here. Okay, there's that one. I can't hang on to it. My hands aren't big enough. All right, there we go. I just want these holes to be big enough. Hopefully they don't go into the other hole. Maybe they will. Sheesh, I didn't even think about that, you guys. This might be too close. Maybe it will be 2 signatures. Okay. There we go. So I know I have a self-healing mat. Everybody's probably saying, you're not going to wreck your mat. I think I made that hole too big. So I'm going to have to adjust this one a little bit here. There we go. Oh no, I guess it was okay. I just needed to make sure it went that way. Let's see. Okay. Go in. This is so boring, isn't it? I'm so scared I'm gonna poke my finger. There we go. All right, it wouldn't be boring then, would it? All right, there we go. And I can see my holes clearly there, and I will be covering that. So I got some beautiful, beautiful orange lace that will be used. Okay, that goes over here into the pile to be used. Now I need that. So here are the signatures. So each one, I have them labeled number 1, number 2, number 3. Each one has a card and an envelope, and the rest of them I just put aside. I picked up those cards, a lot of them, maybe all of them, that I showed in I think I've got them like in hauls, yard sales, whatever, things like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna let some of that stuff go. I've had it too long. I don't have enough to use for all the kids, and I just need to let them go. Get rid of them, donate them back to the store, I guess. I'm not gonna put them in a signature though. I'm gonna use them as add-ons, both of them. I want this to be a flip out, and I want that to be a flip out. But I need to get my signature in order. So let's see. Number 1, I want it to go like this page and this page, like that. Like that. And then I want this one and this one. I know I want this one and this one to both go down. Like that. There's, there we go, and because that'll be the bottom, okay. And then I like this one right here to go like in the middle. I like that look. And then I don't know how people can just like hold it all together and put it in there. I am not able to do that. I don't want that one right in the middle of those two. Okay, there we go. And then I have to close that. Get my stuff together here. There we go. Okay. And the funny thing is, I know is that when this is all done and decorated, I'll never, oh my gosh, did I put that? Oh, I thought I put it in backwards. Wouldn't that have been funny? Okay. Now, I think I like that one that way and that way. And then I want this one up high. Okay, let me move this one out of the way for just a minute. I have it right where I want it. And I know that this that I'm working on is going to go in the middle. Okay, so again, this one on the bottom, that one to the top, this one closer to the top of that, and this one right in the middle, like that, and those match up. And then this lady right here, like that, down. I'm just going up and down, back and forth, just to have some variations. The pages aren't the same sizes, so I'm just going with what they are doing. Here's one for just, I thought that'd be pretty for some color on here for whatever happens. I have no idea what's gonna happen. That one can go like that. And then this one, do I want that like that? Or like that? Or like that? I think I want it like that. There we go. And then this is the middle right there. Woo, woohoo. Okay, the kids are on their way to be her treat. So sweet and cute. Just kidding. All right, now I just have to make sure that that goes all the way down. Oh, I hope I had what fits. I tore some of the pages. I didn't want them popping out of the top of the journal. I don't mind them coming out the side because the journal cover can be adjusted in that aspect. There we go. There we go. In that respect, it can be adjusted. But now, this would be the number 1. So it would go right there. All right. Now to make the holes on this one, and they're all different sizes. So what, my clips even hold them? I don't know. And I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I'm going to use these big giant paper clips that really don't do a whole lot. They're so big and loosey-goosey. They just kind of move around. But they do more than nothing. That is true. They do more than nothing. Okay. I know I got everybody where I wanted them, but this does have to. These have to meet. They have to meet. Okay. I think that's good enough. I think these will work. If I can figure that out. What's happening here? Okay. Everybody wants to be friends. Oh my gosh. Do not be messing with me, paper clips. I don't have time for that. Guess I'll do one up here. There. Oh, and should I just use it? I have it. I'm just kidding. There we go. That's good. Now I can just take this. I only need the middle one, really, because they're all lined up. And then I can take it to the... Oh, look at that. If that matched my spine, then that means that is going to pop up. Jeez. Too late now. You know what? I'm not tearing. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what I did. That's okay. I don't need to, but I do know. I need to put the T at the top. That does make a difference. So maybe if I start with the T at the top and then work my way down like that, and then that way. If I do that with all of them, they should all be the same. We'll see. It's your guess is as good as mine. So I'm going to just not use the ghost this time because they were not friendly. They were not the friendly kind. They were driving me crazy. Okay, there. And then poke a hole there, and poke a hole there, and poke a hole there. Right. Then I will take, I'm not using that other one. I'm using this one to go all the way through for this part here. So going through, oops, and then hanging on. So I tried to pull my stuff out. Did you see that? I just run it a line. I can't see the holes, so I run my piece, I just run it along until I fill the hole, and it dips, it hits that little notch. And then I know that's where I can stick it. Okay. I can hear it too. You know, back before I had my cataract surgery and my lens replacement for all the other things that were happening in my eyes, I relied on other things. I couldn't see. There was just no way. Like even with my glasses, there was just having 3 different levels of having to see something with my glasses. I just felt like the biggest, it was a bobblehead, and I was getting motion sickness just trying to read something. Heck no. Okay. Now that those holes are in, we will put this one in. However, I will say this, my friends, putting the last one in when you're doing multiple signatures, and a lot of you already know this, maybe all of you know this, is easier when you're doing multiple signatures. So, well, we have this one prepped. I'm, don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what? I have 2 of these. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna hold these guys together like this with this little thing in there. I'm gonna set that aside. And now we're gonna go and do the same thing with number 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get my papers lined up and get that hole poked through, and then I'll be back. So and then I'll be back when we go to sew the number 3 in. All right, got it done. All the holes are poked. Now I just have to stitch them in. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use this green right here. It's pre-waxed, I think. It's old, so it might not be as waxed, but that's okay. 1, 2, and 3 is plenty. Usually get lots of extra with that, but we'll definitely stick with the 3. And let's get I want to get one that's not super pokey, but wide enough. There we go. Let's use this one. What I mean pokey is like some of them are sharper than others. They're probably made for different things, I'm sure. I think somebody might have told me that once before. Maybe twice before. Maybe even 3 times. I'll probably never remember, but anything, because that's just how my mind works. You know what? I just realized I didn't make these holes larger than life. So let me do that real quick, because I struggle getting my holes back in these places if I don't have a nice fat spot to work with. Let's get that in there. And I do not know how people manage to not tear these up and have tiny little holes. Like, how do you do it? You're just magic. It's magic. Okay, so I'm going to start with in the back. So I'm going to go to the furthest hole that I made back here on the book cover, and then go up into the same line. Whoops, I don't need to go into that yet though. Go up into that line. Unless I was doing some kind of fun stitchery, which I am not. That is not something that is not something I'm going to be attempting anytime soon, if ever. Well, I shouldn't say ever. I really want to do some of that fun, fancy stitching, but I have a feeling that for me, fancy stitching will be like, I'll stitch normal, and then I'll try and cover it up with like a faux fancy stitch. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like sometimes how we stitch things, and then we glue them on, and everybody's like, whoa, how'd you stitch that in there? Well, it's easy. You stitch it, and then you glue it. It's magic. Okay, that's my kind of magic. And then I'm gonna come all the way down here, go through there, and then I can go through there, and then I can give it a little pull. There we go. And then go back in through that one. Now I have to go through both of them because, did it go? Fancy, I did, because I have to tie it off. So, but they need to be on different lines. Get in your own lane, lady. All right. Oh my gosh, my hands don't want to work. All right, I'm gonna give it a tug. I feel like it's pretty tight back here. No, so deceiving. It's not as tight as I want it to be. We want it to be much tighter there and much tighter there. Yes, there we go. So now to tie it off without this needle driving me crazy. Let's do that. I want to tie it off. Wish I shoulda, woulda, coulda done the 5-hole. I really could have. I don't think it would have been much different than what I'm doing. And I would have been much happier with the 5-hole. Okay. I just wind them around. I don't know if it actually does help the signature to stay in there better, but it makes me think it does. So that's all that counts. It's just all in my mind, and that's fine with me. Okay, I'm gonna give it 2 good knots there. 3 good knots. There we go. And then I'll just leave those. I'm actually gonna cut this one down. I don't know if I want jingle jangles. I have a bunch of charms, but I think I'd rather make a charm thingy, a charm hangy thingy. But I definitely don't want that much hanging out. So let's see. Is everybody on the right side? Yep, let's get the... So when I sew the other one in, what I'm gonna do is get this one bound down, because it'll be flipping and flopping in my way. Okay, and you know what? It doesn't matter if it's upside down because it's my Junky Junk Journal. Oh, see? Oh, that's backwards. Okay, yeah, I think I did it good. Woohoo! All right, yay me. All right, I'm gonna put all these together now, like that. With this one, and just hold it in there, hopefully. Oh, actually, maybe I should have done it here. Who knows? We'll find out in a minute. Together, because I'm gonna do that again. So 1, 2, and 3. Ouch, my fingers caught up in that. I don't know where it landed. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine, it's all fine. Where'd my needle go? There it is. Just hiding. Okay, get that through there. Oh my gosh, you guys. So it is hot. It is hot. We had planned, I was gonna tell you a story really quick. Maybe I can tell a story and do this next one. I don't know. We're gonna find out together. So we have some new neighbors, newer this year, on the side. We get neighbors, I think for the most part, people, they rent that house. I think they must sign in like a year lease, because I feel like every year we get a new neighbors there. So maybe sometimes sooner. Maybe she does less shorter leases in that house. But anyhow, we have a lot of people that move in and out of our area because we are on the border. So we have a lot of border patrol, a lot of customs. We have fire, not our fire department, but like oh gosh, what's it called? Oh gosh, I can't think. Whatever, forest fire, stuff like that. And then there's teachers, things like that. So we have a lot that come in and out of our town. Doctors, nurses, traveling nurses, things like that. Blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, we have some new neighbors, and I don't know if they're transplants from someplace else, like one of those things I mentioned, or something completely different. But anyways, got some new neighbors. So they have these little kids, and they're so cute. The neighbors are nice. I met them the first time because their dog. There was a random dog in my yard, and I was on my way to work, and I didn't want the dog to get hurt, so I got the dog to come to me, and then it had a collar, and so I was able to look at the collar, and there's a phone number and the dog's name. So the people answer. This is so funny though, because people answer their phone, and I'm like, "Hey, I've got your dog," and they're like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Well, who are you? I only know your dog's name and your phone number. I only know the dog's name and the dog's phone number." So I got a dog. And I think you might be my new neighbor, because believe it or not, this happens. Did I make these holes bigger? Believe it or not, this happens with every new tenants that come into the house. I always meet their dog, because their dog, everybody that lives on our side has pets. Almost everybody. We do. and they want to play. I think they're trying to get over here. So they find a way over, but they can't find their way back because of all the fencing. And so here I have their dog. So they come whipping around. He was on his way to work or at work or whatever. Anyway, he came and got his dog. Anyhow, lo and behold, he's got little kids and they're so cute. My husband says I haven't met them yet. I haven't met the kids. I only met the dad the one time when I had his dog. But Jason, I guess he's been chatting it up and they're becoming buddies. Anyhow, he's got some kids and little kids, and Jason told him, it's like, he told me, he said, hey, I've told them that they can bring the kids over to go on the, you know, the bouncy water slide that we bought. Because we still have it up. Because some of our tenants and friends, there are friends too, but that live here, they have kids. And so yeah, we're just leaving it up because the weather's so stinking great. You guys are going to see this after the fact, but right now it is Labor Day weekend and it is so hot right now. And it's also going to be so hot, I think, all week and possibly the whole next weekend. Well, I was going to put this thing away, but there's just no way. Not when there's all these kids in the neighborhood, all the kids in the neighborhood that want to come play. And then their parents can sit out there with them and they can walk over. It's that big, it's a big piece of property. So they can just walk over, hang out with their kids, have a picnic. Like they can, it's nice. So yeah, I want to share that. It's a beautiful view. I loved it when the kids were here. I loved sitting out there watching them, but I don't want to sit out there by myself. I just don't. I mean, kind of do. I mean, it doesn't bother me to, but not in this heat. When it cools down a little bit, my plan is to go there with my sun umbrella and just have a little crafty day outside. There will be no filming though, because I have no film set up for outside, nor do I want one, because that would be a whole thing. That would take all the fun out of it. All right, so signature number 2. Thanks for letting me talk my way through that. Let's see how nicely, or not so nicely, I got that in there. Ooh, yahoo, Sandra, you did a good job. Look at, they're not too shabby, not too shabby. All right, I have one more. Don't get too cocky, man. You know what they say? Don't get too cocky. You still have more to go, sister. Oh, so my husband's telling me, he was like talking to the guy, and he's like, hey, I don't know, he's seen him in town, seen him someplace. They were talking, and he's like, hey, we just moved to the area, and then I don't know, they were talking, and he was like, my husband goes, I think you're our new neighbor. And he goes, oh, you really? And he goes, yeah. He goes, my wife found a dog. Was that your dog? Blah, blah. And he goes, oh, yeah, that was. And he's like, oh, he goes, are you the one with the bobcat? My husband's like, oh, yeah. I was like thinking, this is like not the conversation I'd be having with my girlfriends. But it'd be similar, but we'd be talking about different things. And so I was just like, thought it was so adorable and cute. And my husband's telling me the story. And he goes, oh, yeah. And my husband's like, yeah, I guess they're like, the guy says, yeah, I think we're brothers from another mother or something. I don't know, some kind of weird thing like that. I thought it was so funny because, I mean, I say stuff like that. Maybe you don't, but I think you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Cut from the same cloth, you know, but it all means the same thing, right? What we're trying to say. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, at first I was like, oh, I hate that I'm going right through her mouth, but she's a witchy witch. She's a green witchy witch. Why shouldn't she have some decay? Oh, goodness. I think I really do not enjoy this part. This is so much pressure on my hands. It's well worth it though. At the end, it's well worth it. Okay, let's stick with that. I have 2 of those babies out now, and these I know close. All right, 3 of these. Maybe pay attention. I'm really wasting a lot of this, but I have a lot. It's fine, and well, sort of. I mean, I shouldn't be like, oh yeah, I have so much, I can just waste it. It makes it easier to thread it though, knowing that I'm not trying to save like to the last spare inch. There may come a day where I have to play that way. Oh, look at me go. Oh, I can't stop. I don't know if anybody was with me on that, but you're welcome. Anyways, sheesh. I'm so full of it. All right, I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh, until that day comes, I'm gonna use it like it's gonna last forever, I guess. I don't know. No, I just don't want to struggle with if I don't have to. If I don't have to do that super struggle, I'm not going to. Maybe I could be a little bit more sparingly than I have been with it. All right. Okay, come on through. Okay, a little bit more. There we go. Take it all the way downtown again to that hole. Oh my gosh, my friends, I feel like this is going in so much more easier than my one signature journals that I normally do. What is up with that? Oops. Look at that, like, boom. Stop. I must be deserving of like of something. I must have done something nice to someone somewhere. Like, okay. So unlike me. Okay, and I want to wrap this like I do. I want to wrap it on through, come on through to the other side, there, and then you too. My witchy little nose friend there. That nose, man. That's a pointy nose. I didn't even read the book. You know what? I was like thinking about this the other night. I was like, you know what? It looked like such a cute book. I didn't even read it. And I just keep looking at all the pictures, and she looks like a witch. She could be like part goblin, part like, I don't know, like not dragonfly, hummingbird gone bad, gone wrong. Oh gosh. Do you still have hummingbirds? We still have hummingbirds. I need to like note it down. Like, when do they stop coming? Is it the season or is it the weather or a combo? I don't know. Who knows? I know somebody here does. Okay, so like I have these little tiny pieces and I can use them in different things, like to just use it up. Maybe I will, I don't know. But honestly, usually they end up in the trash. But see how big that piece, that's what I was saying. I was like over wasting. Like, that's too much to just waste. I have to figure out something to do with it. That's all there is to it. All right, so there you go, my friends. I've got them sewed in. Let's take them apart and see how well they are liking their new home. 1 second. Just get all this cleaned up. I feel like, you know, when you go to get your hair done and they're like pulling all the pieces and the foils and the clips and everything out. That's what I feel like I'm doing with my book. And then I'm just going to toss that because I don't need that again. Get those closed. All right, that's done. Down and down. All right, so yay, we have them sewn in. That's cool. I love that they're all popping out. And like I said, I don't really care because I don't even have an idea of how this thing's gonna close. I may just tie it with something, and then this can be like a trick pouch cover holder thingamajigger. Anyhow, so we still have this pocket here we can deal with later. Let's go in and see. First of all, let's give it the test. Where are they all at? Let's give it the Sandra test. If anyone's gonna be rough, no one's gonna be rougher than me. I'm super rough. So like there, I break my stuff all the time. Okay. Oh, look at that one's loose. That's a little loose. I don't like that. And then this one, I didn't pull that one though. I remember that one's good. Okay, I'm going to attempt, not right now, but I am going to attempt, like I say, not right now. I'm going to attempt to tighten this up. I'm going to pull these apart, and I'm going to do my best to tighten that up because that is a little too loose for me. I don't like it. But we can also, what else can we do? If I can't do that without tearing it up, what else can I do? I can take the pieces here. There was something I did before on something, or was it in the back? You can pull them. See, that's a lot of give right there. Okay, yeah, I've got to fix that. pen on. Does this work? Would that work? I'm just thinking, what if I tightened it this way? Can I do it? No, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. I hope I remember to cut that out of this video. You know, the videos I'm trying really hard to not edit, but I do a little bit anyways. Okay, so we got them in there. Let's see. Maybe it will be okay. It's pretty loose. I really want to just redo that. Yep. And that's the same thing. So you just go through it just like you do any other book, and you just straighten your pages out, get them down how you want them, tear them, cut them, rip them apart, do whatever you want to make it be what you want. Yay, I like it. That's pretty fat. Like now, and then I'm gonna stick stuff in it. It's gonna be, who thinks it's gonna be a gator mouth? It will be, won't it? So now we know a 3/4 inch spine definitely can hold 3/4 inch, yeah, can hold 3 signatures, but maybe they should have been like 5 pages each if I wanted to fluff them all up. Too late, can't go back. I mean, I guess I could pull that whole signature out, but I don't want to do that either. All right, friends, I'm going to speed this part up. I'm gonna try and get this knot all undone, and I'm gonna just try to pull it a little bit tighter, and then I will deal with the aftermath of that. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and just do that, and I'll speed this part up for the people who do wanna watch me struggle through this. So hold on. All right, so there we go. Got it fixed. And now to pay attention to what I'm doing. I need to put one of these on one side and one on the other side. I need to make sure that they're nice and pulled tight. Get that down, and that one's down. There we go. Something I didn't do before. I switched them underneath here, and I was talking, and I pulled them up. Someone probably seen me do that. Like, oh my gosh, she is stretching those way out. She's going to be sorry. And I was. It's not the first time I've ever had to do that, but and I'm sure it won't be the last, but I really am glad I know how to do it. There you go. I'm glad I know how to fix it. Okay. And it's actually probably the tightest one now so far. Let's get it going. Get her in. and done. Let's see now. I swear, if that thing is still loose, this is going in the garbage. Just kidding. But I don't think I'll be doing that again. So look at that knotted mess. That's a talk about wasting my stuff there. That was a big old waste. But maybe not. I mean, if no one's ever had to do that before and you're wondering, like, can you do that? Or would I want to attempt to do that on something that I was making that I was already loving and enjoying, and I don't know if I want to take it apart? Is it worth it? In my opinion, it's always worth it. If my signature is so loose that it's going to fall apart, it's always worth it to take it apart and do it again. Always. I'd rather deal with a bigger hole or having to fix something, making a little secret, than having a signature that just won't stay in and everything just falling apart and I'm just struggling. So now let's give it the old rough and tough test here. So there's that one. There's the middle one, my middle child here. Oh, yes, nice and tight. Like it. So gotta like it tight. There, see, that one's not as tight. That's the first one. That was the third one, but still tight enough. It is tight enough. So it's tight enough to make me happy. The other one was so loose. I was like, heck no, that is not going to make anybody happy. Okay, now I'm done. Got my signature sewed in. I'm like literally done for now. I will, I think we'll start doing some decorating on the next video. I may start doing some like little fixes here and there on my own. Otherwise, this series will go on way past Halloween, I believe. I don't know. But there you go, my friends. So far, so good. Thanks for hanging out with me and watching my little struggle there. I hope for anybody that needed to learn that, you did. And for everybody else, I hope you got a good giggle. I'll see you on the next video, my friends. Enjoy all your moments. Bye.